What's going on, guys? Another week in the books, which means we have another North Division roundup. And we're going to begin this video like we do every single North Division roundup by taking a look at the standings, which, look a little more compact than we've seen as of late. So how did this happen? Pretty simple. The Leafs started losing and the teams chasing them started winning. Hockey's not that complicated. All right, let's start with the Leafs. Remember that double-digit lead they had? Well, not anymore. They lost 3 in a row before finally getting a win over the Jets on Thursday night in one of the craziest and weirdest overtime sequences I've seen this season. Morgan Rielly breaks a stick. The Jets essentially have a 3-on-2 power play while he goes to the bench to get a new twig. But when he does get it, he does what you're supposed to do if you're a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. He passes the puck to Austin Matthews. And yeah, that wrist looks terrible. That's his 7th game winner of the season. But the Leafs do have a couple teams breathing down their neck. Like the Oilers. They beat the Flames before getting past the Sens not once, but twice. One of those games came in pretty convincing fashion, but more on that in a second. Now they're just 6 points behind the Leafs. Oh, what about the Jets? Their top 6 have looked incredible. They've won 7 of their last 10, and they are also just 6 points back of the Leafs. But I should mention, they have 2 games in hand. Long story short, first place in this division just got interesting. Now, if you remember last week, I opened this video with some breaking news out of Calgary. The Flames had fired head coach Jeff Ward and rehired Daryl Sutter. Now, while the team waited for Sutter to quarantine, they promptly lost 2 more hockey games. But when he did finally join the team on Tuesday for practice, well, they skated. And skated. Oh, and then they skated some more. So how did this team react to a good old-fashioned bag skate? With a 2-1 win over the Montreal Canadiens. Josh Levo scoring both of those goals. But Sutter still wasn't happy.
There's probably 6 or 7 turnovers that we're going to have to get out of our system. The big thing is this division, you have to play at a pace and you have to check, and that comes into your attrition and your ability to stay with it, and we have to work with our players to do that. So I'm not singling out anybody. I just know as a team we're going to have to be a hell of a lot better.
All right, Leon Draisaitl had a 5-point night against the Sens. And believe it or not, that's his 2nd game with 5 or more points against the Sens this season. And he faces them 3 more times. If he can somehow manage to do it 1 more time, he will join Wayne Gretzky and Phil Esposito as the only players to score 5 or more points 3 or more times against the same team in the same season. And while we're talking about Leon Draisaitl, for the 2nd straight game, he was on the top line with some guy named Connor McDavid. Really wonder if Dave Tippett's going to keep doing this moving forward, because as Connor McDavid proved this week, he does in fact have eyes in the back of his head. All right, pretty busy weekend. Every team in the division plays at least once. And after what we saw this week, I'm really looking forward to that Leafs-Jets game on Saturday night. Enjoy the games. See you next week.